A lawsuit that seeks to keep those new voters on the sidelines. The Minnesota Voters Alliance, it's the same group that's worked for years to end this state's same-day voter registration law, says it would be a violation of the state constitution to let people vote before they finish their full sentences. Governor Walz signed the Restore the Vote Act in March, and it went into effect June 1st. It immediately returned voting rights to at least 50,000 Minnesotans who otherwise couldn't take part in elections because they're still on probation. People like Antonio Williams.
I'm a homeowner. I'm a business owner. I have a child. I need to be able to vote in all of those different areas that affect my life, just like any other tax-paying citizen should be able to do.
Antonio was among those who gathered that very same day to register to vote. For him, it ended a 19-year spell where he wasn't allowed to register, let alone cast a ballot.
What being able to now vote does for me is it makes me feel like, oh, okay, I have a real stake. And what I'm seeing it do for other people is the same thing. Hey, this is my community. I do benefit from being a part of these processes, and so does my community.
But a new lawsuit by the Minnesota Voters Alliance seeks to keep Antonio and others on probation from voting. The lawsuit says that the law violates Article 7 of the state constitution, which bars felony offenders from voting, quote, unless they're restored to civil rights. It mirrors arguments we heard from Republicans during debates on the bill.
And that debt to society is your entire sentence, your time in prison and your time on probation.
They argue you still owe a debt to society in crime victims, whether or not you're still behind bars.
This particular bill actually, I think, rewards those that have not finished serving their time. Just because they're not incarcerated doesn't mean they don't have time yet to serve.
Supporters say they're not surprised by the lawsuit, and they're hoping they'll still get to vote.
I think it's just people playing their partisan things that they do in this democracy that we have. And it's not going to stop us, though. We're going to continue to move forward and push for policy and legislation that is equitable, that is fair, that makes sense.
The lead author of the bill in the House, Representative Cedric Frazier, said he's not surprised by this, but he believes it's an effort to suppress the vote in certain communities and confuse people on probation about their rights. And in the meantime, the League of Women Voters in Minnesota is holding registration drives across the state this month to help people affected by this law sign up to vote. Sharon?
All right, thanks for keeping an eye on this, John.